Welcome back, everyone.
Welcome back.
I I have a surprise, Jeff.
Oh, okay. I see them behind you.
Also hit tab.
Uh, wait. Oh no. What
Yeah.
happens?
So in between our recording sessions, Beef asked me if I wanted to do something with him, and I
What
said
was
sure.
it to get killed?
Yeah. And so Beef wanted to go help us get a mushrooms to our island here. So we have two mushrooms and a baby. We noticed over
And
there there's a nether portal. Well, that nether portal connected with Ryusuke's nether portal, which connected to a hallway that leads to instant death.
oh, wait, what?
Yeah,
There's a
just a
hole.
hole in the floor straight to death. So I'm walking down the hallway, just fall to my death.
What?
So
What?
I have
Why
I,
does he
I
have a
have a death.
hallway that leads to death?
I don't think he realized he didn't use that portal anymore, so it's just up there and just goes to a hallway to hell.
Huh?
Um, so
Like,
yeah, I've died.
well, that's unfortunate for you.
Yeah, but we have mushrooms now.
That's true. We do have mushrooms. You know what? Somebody also told me in the comments, I was going to say when we started recording, that apparently one of these updates added auto use of either dispensers or droppers to be able to shear sheep.
I don't believe.
And I was like, I'm not sure, but it sounds legit.
I mean, let's definitely try it. I'm just gonna go on record not believing it ahead of time.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember if they said it was. If there's no other new block that would be interactable, is there? Because it just, the more I think about it, it doesn't make any sense for a dispenser or a dropper to be what shears a sheep, right? I'm gonna go see if
Yeah.
I'm gonna go see if I can find that comment.
So you bought the season passes?
I did. I talked to Julie about it, and she said, "Yeah, sounds good. Let's we just need to go twice to make it worth it." And
Yeah.
I was like, "Yep."
So so I went this last weekend. Me and my daughter went, and it's a fantastic place. I used to go with my dad when I was like my daughter's age. So it's been like 30 years since I'd gone to Busch Gardens. And so a lot's changed. They still have some of the rides that like I remember riding when I was a little kid, but most of the rides are newer than from back then. And we did the water park the second day. The only thing is, so like when I was a kid, we used to always get season passes to like Six Flags or Wet and Wild, those sort of places. And my mom would just take me and drop me off in the morning and then pick me up in the afternoon. Well, at Busch Gardens, there is no drop off way. As soon as you turn into like Busch Gardens Lane, you are in a queue to pay for parking. There is no like
Really?
I'm just gonna drop someone off sort of thing. I mean, there may be a way you may be able to pull up and be like, I'm just dropping this person off, and they're like, all right, go on through or something. I don't know, but the way it appears, you're paying for parking. And maybe that's why the season passes are so cheap. Because parking is expensive. It's not cheap. I mean, $20 a day. That's gonna add up pretty quick if you go
Oh, I thought
if you
you said
go 5 days in a
I
row.
thought you said $10 a day.
No, I said 20. You can look back at them texts. Um,
You're like, no, 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 no. I guarantee. Was it $10 a day for beer or something like that? You said
it was $10 per beer. That was what was $10.
okay.
But during the Food and Wine Festival, which is right now until the end of the month, it's every Friday, Saturday, Sunday till the end of the month. They have either I sent you the number. It's either 161 or 116 different beers, and they also have mixed drinks and stuff. They have a lot of alcohol, basically.
I mean, that's cool.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and you can, I drank one beer. I drank a chocolate stout that was very good. It was super good. But like I got that, and like after we'd had our lunch, basically, I grabbed that, and we went and got in line for a ride, and I just stood in line for the ride. Enjoyed my beer while we stood in line for the ride.
Yeah.
Um,
So I don't. I'm more concerned because Jack is so young, but you said there was only a few rides that you couldn't do.
that my daughter couldn't do. It's two rides that my daughter couldn't do, but they go into this big, huge spill on their map about how into they're making sure there's tons of stuff for kids there are, and the map's all laid out in a way that like makes it clear what Jack could ride and all that. And then when I first got to the water park, I thought, well, this isn't as good as the other one was in terms of stuff for little kids. But then the more we walked around and looked at stuff, I would say the water park is even better for kids. But there's definitely, you could fill a whole day with stuff, rides and attractions, because it's not just like a typical theme park either. It's got like animals and show. I mean,
well, and I think what he's gonna like is the water park, because he's really into like swimming and stuff.
Well, there is like, because we did quite a few water parks last year. We did Wet and Wild, and we did one at the beach that wasn't any particular brand name. And those would have like one area for kids.
I noticed something like very odd in the menu. If I type in dispenser and click on the button, it for some reason puts the dropper craft into there, and I have to manually place the bow to make it a dispenser.
Wow,
that's weird.
The sheep has abandoned our island.
What? You can't do that. Put them in prison.
It's switched islands. Honestly.
Yes, that's what we mean, or that's what we get with free range sheep.
Right, but the water park, the Busch Gardens water park, has 3 like kids pool areas where it's like the water's not very deep, and then there's like tons of like little slides and little water guns and just stuff for the play. Like the water park is definitely geared for the younger kids. But it still has some of the bigger rides that only older kids can do. But then a lot of the rides are like the tube type rides where you're like in an inflatable tube or whatever.
Right.
Most of those even are like, as long as they're with an adult, they can ride. So yeah, I think he's gonna like the water park a lot. I don't know. And the parking there is only 17.
This might actually work. Hold on. Oh, why are you killing all the sheeps?
Well, I didn't know you were ready.
I got to test this. It's not spitting it out.
Well, you keep right clicking it like a crazy man.
But because I had a sheep right by me. I was gonna push in its path of place in order to test this out. But you decided to come shear him right next to the testing machine.
Well, you didn't tell me. You got to use your mouth. All right, there's one right in front of it. Come test it.
Well, I was gonna say I'm getting a bunch of things down here.
He's just standing here, Jeff, waiting.
Oh,
why have you not tested it?
Did you test it? You said
no.
I'll be damned.
So it works. It throws the stuff on the ground.
Yeah. How would you make this work? You'd have to somehow.
You'd have to have hoppers on the ground.
But then you'd have to have. But you'd still have to have grass on the ground. Too.
Oh, that's true. They are going to need grass to eat.
I mean, I guess we could. So we don't need it because we're getting wool really fast already. But in the future, it is good to know that this does actually work in case we need to make something with extreme amounts of wool in the future, and trying to design, something that would make that work. That's
right.
I never did expect that to work.
But yeah, no, it was a very good, and like I think I don't know if I texted you this or not, but like comparing it to like Universal Studios or Disney, the employees at Busch Gardens are super happy. They really remind me of Disney employees. Because I mean, at Universal, everyone seems to hate their job. No one is happy at Universal Studios. Everyone's an asshole, employee-wise. But so it felt like the rides were on par with Universal Studios, while the staff was on par with Disney. So I don't know, we really enjoyed it.
How close was your hotel, and how did that work out? Because that's what I was trying to also figure out, like whether we'd even go for a night or if we try to pack things all into a day. I don't know what we're gonna do yet. We just bought the tickets because
you are closer. So like my drive took 3 hours and 30 minutes basically.
Okay.
But the hotel I stayed at, I searched for the cheapest hotel. There are ones closer than where I stayed, but where I stayed, it took 8 minutes to get from the park to the hotel, which is not bad at all.
That's so
and
far,
it was $50.
man.
It's $50.
But there was no shuttles or something, as you said. There's no like drop off.
And that's one thing I did look for, to see if there was like partner hotels that you could shuttle, because then you could save on that parking. And it doesn't appear that's the thing they have.
That's kind of so weird. You'd think that you could.
I think they're making their money on parking, man.
I mean, that's possibly true. I guess you're making money on parking, but weird thing to decide you're making your money on.
I mean, $20 a car, it adds up.
Yeah, it absolutely does. But that's one of those things that most people would complain about, though. is how much it costs for parking, and that's where you'd end up losing business in a lot of areas. I guess maybe it's because their tickets are so much cheaper in general than tickets to places like Universal or
But I mean, if you just buy a day ticket there, it's almost the same price as what our season pass cost us.
That's true. That is true. It still doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. But no, after going, I'm almost positive next year I'm just going to buy the membership that comes with free parking. It's like $200 a year for that membership, but I think it's going to be worth it because it's year round too. It's not just
so I guess here's the weird thing is though, you'd have to buy one membership, right? And then you'd buy this cheap because if you only need one person to park, you don't need everybody to have free parking.
Right, and that's what I was looking at. The problem is, so there's levels on the membership. There's the base level, which is like 150, but it has blackout days and it doesn't have free parking. And so
so you'd end up with blackout dates.
Yeah, I need to look and see what the blackout dates are because then you'd run into that issue of like, well, I have a season,
or you just plan on starting it all after Memorial Day, and you buy that year-round membership, and then wait till Memorial Day when this sale goes on again for your other tickets.
And I imagine the blackout dates are probably during the Halloween stuff and the Christmas town, which is really what you want to go to. Anyway,
which you can't even do that on the ones that we just bought.
No, because
they end in September. It's only through the summer.
Right. So, I think I'm not disappointed that I bought this pass, but I guess if I had kind of gone and seen what everything was and stuff, I probably would have just bought the full membership. But I think it's a good way to like test it to see how much you like the place, and then maybe go full member.
Yeah, I definitely think it's going to be. I think it's going to be perfect for us. It's just a matter of just finding out when are we going to have time to actually use it. But it was like, hey, you buy now, think later.
Right.
Because it was literally
I
bought it on the day that it was the last day of the thing.
Right.
Should I be scared of the portal that you have up there? Does it lead to Death Pit?
Well, it doesn't lead to a death pit immediately, but if you go in there, there's not a good way to go anywhere
immediately.
But the thing is, we need to take some time and link up our portal better, basically, so that it actually is our portal. Because right now, that's just not our portal.
Is that where we want our portal to be? I mean, it's fine.
Well, me and Beef tried to decide somewhere that looked okay, and that's what he came up with.
So then we just need to take the coordinates, divide it by 8, and go find that spot in the Nether.
Right. I don't know if anyone's working on a hub yet or anything like that either. But
I'm gonna hop in a bed just to make sure phantoms don't come get me.
Right, I did that before you got on. All right, I think we got enough wool to maybe work this out. So we want to do.
I only have 8 blues.
Well.
Yeah. What do you have? How many blues do you have?
Let's see, 54.
Oh, so you got a decent amount of blues.
Yeah, it's all in this top chest here. But yeah, hopefully, like whenever y'all go, so at some point we can meet up with you as well. I know that the kids are different age.
Yeah. And how are the lines? That's the other thing.
That was the other thing. The lines were great. It was not bad at all. Like we probably didn't stand in line more than 15 minutes for any ride. And then by the time it started getting later, the lines got like I expected the lines to pick up, honestly, but they got all the roller coasters that she wanted to ride. By the time it got later, there was no one in line. So it was like you just walk straight on. I don't know how that'll be in the summer because the school's not technically out yet. It's close, but not yet. But then I was also thinking probably during the weekdays, it's probably even less because this was on a Saturday.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure on the weekdays it would be even less. That's what I was thinking. I thought the weekend that you went was going to be a lot of people already started their summer breaks. It started after Memorial Day. So I was thinking it was going to be super busy, but if you're saying it's not, I mean, that's pretty.
No, it was great. It was. I expected it to be way busier than it was, and the water park was fantastic. Like there wasn't hardly any lines to anything. I think we stood in one line for probably like 30 minutes,
and it was the parking line.
But no, the whole thing was like way better than I anticipated.
Well, that's good. I'm glad we're gonna hopefully get to experience, and I didn't just buy. So I bought. You know what MoviePass is? So I know Sevidus talked it up a lot. He got MoviePass and he loved it because he at the time he got it, it was still thriving company, and I think it was the $100 a year, and you get to go see any movie you want, anytime you want. One a day or something like that is what the limit is. So he had told me that that's what he's been up to lately. He's been basically seeing movies, like every movie I can get my hands on. So they actually had a sale around the time frame he had told me about it. It was right after we went to Disney, not this last time because I didn't go this last time, but the time before. MoviePass ended up having a sale. It was $85 for the unlimited membership, and I bought it and have never used it one time. I bought it.
Feel like
I bought it to have it. The problem is I don't have time to go see movies, and the closest movie theaters to me are not super close. And in DC, it's a whole different ball game than you're dealing with in other places because movies actually sell out around here on a regular basis.
Oh, wow.
Which is, not what happened where I grew up. Why is there a statue staring at me?
I don't know. So AMC has a thing.
Ryu has brought you armor on an armor stand and said, "Found this on a pigman, assumed it's yours."
Oh yeah, it must have been. I didn't know what happened to my armor. I was like, I don't know what happened to my armor. It's just gone. But yeah, no, that's my armor. That's funny. AMC has a thing called like A-List or some shit like that.
Yeah, AMC started a competing company as well.
But you could see like 2 movies a day, every day.
2 movies a day?
Yeah, no blackouts. 2 movies a day.
Yeah, well, I know MoviePass is not doing well. So MoviePass's original concept was they were trying to disrupt the industry. And I think they have all this venture capitalist funding to do this. I think they had the intention that they were going to pull it off like Netflix did, that they would end up getting big companies to sign on with them, such as partnerships with AMC. That never happened. And that's why they're going so broke right now, is because they're basically having to pay. They don't have a partnership with anybody. So if you get a ticket to some movie and it is like part of their thing, they end up paying full price for it, and you just get this discount. So they're losing a shit ton of money. And then AMC started coming out with their competing one. So I think MoviePass is gonna completely die. I thought they completely died a little while ago, and
I remember you saying that. I thought that this. I'm gonna brought it back up. I was like, this dead company.
Oh yeah, it's funny because they changed it to only 3 movies a month. Maybe was their standard plan, but they grandfathered, though, if you still have the year plan or the unlimited plan, it's still good for the rest of the year, what you bought it for. Because it's technically per month. It costs X amount of money per month, but you have to pay it annually. So you theoretically are buying it for the year. And so they weren't going to take that away from people. And then but then they went and did the unlimited thing again. Which doesn't make sense because now it has blackouts and certain movies you can't see and all this stuff. And I don't know what you're doing with this blue. That is not a stripe.
Yeah, I'm not doing a stripe. I want to see what you thought of this. I mean, I guess it will kind of become a stripe. It'll just be a.
Do you want them both? Do you want it to stripe on both of them or just one going around in a circle?
So what I'm doing, just to see how it looks.
Yeah, so you're kind of surrounding the stripe with some blue on the angles, but then you started it again down here as well. So you're surrounding every red stripe with blue.
Yeah, every corner that it comes together, instead of it being white in the corners, I'm changing it to blue.
But you don't want it to just be one single blue accent stripe or one single blue accent on one of the red stripes. You want it to be blue accents on all of the red stripes.
Right, that's what I was doing, and it'll end up being a straight blue line after you do that.
Let me see. I'm jumping and going back to.
Yeah, I don't know how this is gonna look. This is just let's see how this looks.
I gotta go catch it from a distance, otherwise I won't get a good feeling about it. So how much does the AMC one cost?
It's monthly, $19 a month.
Okay, so it's still MoviePass originally its retail price was supposed to be $50 a month, And I think
Jesus
they
Christ.
originally started at $50 a month. For the avid moviegoer, if you want to see one movie a week, that more than covers you. Pretty much.
Yeah, I mean the AMC price is ridiculous.
Right.
Like, I mean, $19.
Well, and I think that was
two movies a day.
Yeah.
You can't. I mean, you can't. There ain't time.
Well, and then then the MoviePass went down to promotional because I don't think they made them out. They went down to $30 a month for a limited time, and I think they went down to like $10 a month. And then when I got mine, it was $85 for the year because they were trying to they really wanted to get the word out about it. And so yeah,
I think it's dead.
I'm pretty confident it's dead. But it's so sad that I had this thing when it was actually like usable.
Yeah, it's weird you didn't use it. I mean, I
didn't
guess
use it a single time. So I dropped $85 to have a card that I can't do anything with.
Well, you can. You just don't.
Well, hopefully I can't anymore. I hope they didn't renew my membership because I never actually checked.
Oh, I see.
Because it's been over a year since I've had it so far.
I see. Yeah, I need to remember to cancel my Sirius radio.
Yeah, I actually put mine in my Google Calendar because I hate how you can't cancel online and it automatic renews you. So what I did after the first time that I got screwed over with Sirius was I told them I don't want to be on, I said, because they tried to give me a bill for like $150 or something like that because it was now paying for the next year or whatever it was. And I was like, no, I was on a promotion. I did not renew my promotion. You cannot do this. I would like to cancel. And they still tried to charge me for the full year. And I said, no, you cancel and you will prorate me back. Like, you can charge me for the 3 days that I used. You cannot charge me for, the entire year. And I argued with them long enough on the phone, because you can only do it on the phone. They ended up giving me my money back, and that's where they also gave me the special, discount promotion of, how about, like, there's this discount now for, like, 6 months. You can have it for, $5 a month or whatever it is, which is, it's decent in my opinion, because the comedy channels I like, and you get access to all football. So if it's football season, great. If you're ever in the car, you get access to all streaming of football. So I said, okay. I don't want to be on auto renewal though. I want it to turn off. And he said, okay, what I can do is I can put in your credit card information and then I will remove your information from it so it can't charge you afterwards. And I said, oh, sounds good. Okay. Turns out all they do is fucking bill you though.
No.
So
well, you don't have to pay it though, right?
Well, technically it was linked to me, and they have my name and stuff because they had my credit card. So they sent me a bill telling them since they didn't have payment on file, I now owed them X number of dollars. And again, I went through a huge argument with them. And again, it was finally got them to remove all the charges. And then all of a sudden there was this special promotion again. And I was like, okay, this time I'm just going to mark it in my calendar so I know when I have to call and cancel.
Right. I mean, that's the thing with Sirius too. If you cancel your membership and then wait, like
I don't even think you have to wait. They'll do it on the phone. They'll do it on the phone with you and re-offer you the
because like eventually they send you this thing where they're like, we're gonna give you the whole year for like $6.
Yeah, it is, and it's crazy how much the actual price of it costs. I'll be honest, from a distance, I don't see any of that blue.
Really?
Yeah, it is. I mean, you can, because I know it's there, I can see that it's there, but it does not stand out whatsoever.
It's half blue.
I mean, come over here and see what I'm talking about.
I guess I will.
Yeah, and honestly, it's serious. With the fact that my car is now connected through Android Auto, and which is connected to my Google Assistant, which is connected to all of my accounts, Spotify, Pandora, all that stuff. I really don't need a Sirius anymore for anything.
Well, we were using it for Kids Place Live, and I really liked it and everything. But now we just listen to audiobooks. I haven't turned on Sirius in probably 8 months.
I don't know what Kids Place Live is, but all I need to do in the car is say, "Okay, Google, play." And I will, my Google Assistant on my phone just went off right now. And I'll have it play anything that Jack might want to hear. And if he's in the car.
It's a lot of like shows. It's not just music. Like there's like a morning show and there's an evening show and stuff like that she enjoyed listening to. She called in several times even.
Oh.
So it's more
children's show.
More than just music. But there's a lot of music that, she found that she liked through Kids Place Live too, so.
I guess I don't know what this Kids Plays Live is. I think the only thing I've ever listened to on Sirius is a sports game of, like, if there was any type of sport, you can always find it on there if you need to. And then the comedy channels, the only thing I listen to. I cannot find a good music channel that I actually like on Sirius.
I like the Alt Nation. That's the one I listen to.
And I think it sounds crappy, too.
Yeah, the blues not great.
The blue? Oh. I was like, that's what they call it? Sirius is the blue? No, the sound, but does. So I have an HD radio as well, and maybe it's because we have everything in downloaded format too that comes through when I'm listening to Spotify or whatever. But the Sirius quality is not that good.
Huh. I mean, I haven't noticed that aspect of it, but
maybe it's my particular radio. Maybe it just sucks for picking up Sirius. But yeah, so I'm debating if I'm even going to get Sirius XM again next time, or if I'm just going to cancel and maybe wait until they're basically like, we'll give you $20 to have us for the year. Then I might be like, okay,
I guess.
I do remember my buddy back when we were in high school used to be a big, like, anime comic book fan. And he would go to this this comic book store all the time on... there was a certain day a week. I don't know if it's because they got new issues or something in that day, or I don't know what it was because I wasn't into that stuff. But they offered a membership program where you could pay like $15 for the month, and it got you a 10% discount on any comic you bought, and like a 15% discount on any anime figurines or whatever it was. It was this discount, and I remember him being there, going there with him one day, and he had bought enough stuff to where the guy was like, "Oh, if you want to get the membership, the grand total of the membership will only be like $1.50 or something like that because of all the stuff you bought, the discounts it'll make." And he was like, "No, that's okay." And then he looked over and goes, "Oh, I want this magazine or this comic too." And he goes, "Oh, well, in that case, like, it's going to make your membership actually you're going to save a total of $5, now by getting the membership." And he goes, "No, thank you." And I looked at him like, what? He did not want this membership to this place that he shopped at all the time for some odd reason. And I still, to this day, do not understand. I tried to talk to him about it, and he just, I don't know if he felt embarrassed and was like, he just didn't want to talk about it, why he didn't want this membership. I don't know if he was embarrassed because he realized what happened afterwards or what, but to this day, I have no idea if he understands that he was just gave them $5 extra to not have the membership anymore.
Yeah, that's weird. I mean, I guess some people just don't like having memberships places, but I mean, it has gotten a bit excessive to the point where everywhere you go, you need to have. I mean, if you shop somewhere, you might as well have a membership there because you're going to save money if you shop there more than like 5 times.
Right. I don't like the ones that do the credit cards, like Kohl's. Though I love Kohl's. Kohl's is cheap clothes that I think look good. I can go find stuff for work, stuff for casual, and they always end up finding, like, my mom, whenever I'm in Michigan, we always go up to the Kohl's because she always wants to treat me because she doesn't live by me anymore, wants to go buy me stuff at Kohl's because she always has a 40% discount coupon that she gets. But
that's how they fucking get you at Kohl's. Like, every time you go there, you get Kohl's cash, but you can't use it today.
And you can only use it for the next week and a half. Like, it doesn't have like that long of a thing on it. But the thing is, you always have to use the Kohl's card. It's all based on the Kohl's card. So you have to have this Kohl's credit card. And
I don't have a well, I guess Crystal did, actually. Now you say that.
And I don't like having, like, I get the credit cards that I have are strictly based on the points that I need to get. But I don't want to have one just solely based on a store.
Right. I agree with that.
But of course, they want you to have one based on a store because if credit is where it's at, it's the people who don't pay their credit bill. That's where you all of a sudden made 19 to 35%.
I've tore this thing down for the 5th time.
It didn't look bad. It just didn't look prominent.
Well, at this point, you're going to just come over here and design this damn thing.
I don't remember what the base looked like. I think we just do one red stripe starting on one side, and on the opposite side start a blue stripe, and that's what goes up. So it looks like a barber pole. And can we somehow make the whole thing spin?
I ran out of shears.
I have a
What are
bunch
you
more.
doing over there?
Where are you at? I was just getting more wool and cutting down trees. And
Okay. Well, we got
things
so
like
much
that.
wool, Jeff.
So what do you care about shears that you ran out of then?
Because I can't tear this down quickly.
Oh, do you not have any iron?
No.
God, I do not like this glowstone texture. God, that looks, in my opinion, that looks like it's from the 70s.
All right, well, we should end this here. Maybe next episode we'll actually build a lighthouse.
You should just put this on fire.
No.
You said we have so much wool.
No, I didn't. But we have enough. I think we have enough to build this. I think.
Okay.
Maybe. Anyways, we'll see you guys next time.
See ya.